Okay, trigonometry. Trigonometry comes from the combination of the words triangle and metry. We talked about metry meaning to measure and triangles. What it means is it's the measurement of triangles. Now, if we are given some of the sides and or angles of a triangle, we can use trigonometry to find the measurements of all the other sides and angles. Now, we don't even really need trigonometry for everything. We already have some tools at our disposal. For example, if we know two of the angles, we can find the third angle by subtracting the first two from 180. For example, here's a triangle. Let's say one angle is 47 degrees, the next angle is 98 degrees. What's the remaining angle? Well, 98 plus 47 plus x is going to add up to 180 degrees because the angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. Let's see, 98 plus 47 is 15, and 130, which is 145. Subtract 145 from both sides. X is 35 degrees. Not so hard, and we didn't need trigonometry, but it's still a form of trigonometry. We are measuring things about a triangle. Similarly, if we know two sides of the triangle and it's a right triangle, we can find the length of the third with the Pythagorean theorem. For example, here's a triangle. It's a right triangle. We know two of the sides. Here's another triangle. It's a right triangle. We know two of the sides. In the first case, we say 3 squared plus x squared equals 7 squared. That is the two shorter sides. You just have to make sure that the longest side, the side that is opposite the right angle, is all by itself on one side of the equation. And what do? We say 3 squared is 9 and 7 squared is 49. Subtract 9 from both sides. X squared equals 40. What number squares to be 40? It's called the square root of 40. You plug it into a calculator, you'll get it. On the other one, we have 4 squared plus 8 squared equals y squared. The y is the longest side now. And 4 squared is 16, and 8 squared is 64, and 16 plus 64 is 80. So 80 is going to be, y has to square to be 80, so y is the square root of 80. Again, plug it into a calculator and figure it out. Now, we can do this because these are right triangles. If we know two sides and it's not a right triangle, there's no real way to figure out anything about the triangle. For example, if we have a triangle with lengths of sides 5 and 6 inches, it could look like any one of the following. The angle between the 5 and the 6 could be a small angle, less than 90 degrees. It could be something like that triangle. Maybe it is 90 degrees, bang, or maybe it's even bigger than 90 degrees. These triangles, the third sides are all completely different. The first one has the shortest one, this is the middle one, this is the longest of the three unmarked sides. The angles are all different. There's nothing you can say. Now, the middle one, we can use the Pythagorean theorem to find the hypotenuse, but the other two you can't, which is why I'm quite a stickler about, if I ask you to describe the Pythagorean theorem, we have to be talking about right triangles. Anyway, so this is the very basics of triangle geometry, not even really trigonometry, but measuring sides and angles of triangles given some of the information.